What's up, guys? Welcome to Blackout Tinting. It's another Wednesday, so that means it's time for what's in the shop yet again. And we have some really cool stuff in here this week. I'm really excited to show you guys. So I'll start it off with this F450 that's in here. This is one of our regular customers. He brought this in for a full paint correction as well as a cleanup and some tint. So we just got started on this. Caleb's working on the passenger side right now. One thing that's really cool about Ford paint especially is it cleans up super well in a polish. So this has been a pretty easy one so far, even though it's super scratchy. Ford knows how to do their paint the best way, I think, out of most of the car models we work on. So this thing's in progress and it's coming along really well. Behind me, I have a 2019 Audi S4. This was here for a coating, I think last week. We got XPEL Fusion on this. The customer brought it back in because he had a couple of concerns about some scratches that were on the trim pieces as well as the middle of the doors. So it's almost summer season, so he's trying to get this as ready as he possibly can for when it hits the road coming up in June. So we just finished that, so the customer's waiting to come pick this up here soon. And then over in the tint bay, Terrell is working on an Acura RDX. This is getting XR fronts, right, T? Yes. This is getting some XR fronts to match the factory back tint on the back windows. Super common, like I say in most of these videos. A lot of people want to match that factory tint with the front windows as well. Because if you have some that aren't tinted and some are in the back, it looks a little strange, so it brings the whole car together. So this thing's in progress and T's killing it like always. So this will be done pretty shortly. We have another TRX here, something we've been seeing a lot more of recently. The customer who brought this in is actually getting a ton of work done to this, so it's going to look really sweet in the next week or so. He's getting a full PPF wrap on it. He's getting an XPEL Fusion ceramic coating, as well as his marker and tail lights tinted as well. I think he's getting, is he getting XR on that too, T? Okay, so he's getting XR all the way around on this thing as well as the windshield strip. So this thing is basically came in full stock and it's going to leave looking like a completely aftermarket truck when it's done, which is really cool. So there'll be more to see of that later this week. And I think that about does it for everything that we currently have inside. But if you join me outside, I have some really cool things you guys are going to want to see out there. Now that the winter is finally almost over in Pennsylvania, which feels like it's lasted for 15,000 years, the nice weather's finally starting here. So we have first a Jaguar F-Type. The customer brought this in before to actually get some PPF done. He has a full front clip, which includes the hood, the front bumper, the mirrors, basically the whole frontal part of the car. But he did bring it back now because he wants to get some PPF on the headlights as well as the rockers. So obviously he's getting it ready for summer, like I said. Had some concerns about rock chips and damage coming, so we're going to take care of that this week as well. Behind me next to that, we have a 21 full luxury edition Escalade. One of our regular customers brought this in, and it's just getting a quick cleanup because he had a bit of an incident last week with some animals that messed up the paint, messed up the coating a little bit. So we're taking care of that and gave it a full polish as well as another cleanup and restored all the ceramic in the places that it needed it. So this thing looks really cool. I mean, it's a fully blacked out Escalade, one of our favorite things to see here. And they look really sleek, especially when they're cleaned up like this, because you can't beat black paint when it's clean. I mean, it looks amazing when it's polished. And then behind me, probably the coolest thing we have in the shop right now is a 2012 Charger Super B 421 Hemi with a Pro Charger in it as well. So this thing is a mean machine. From what we've been told, it's around 1,000 horsepower, and I can't verify that, but it's definitely pretty darn close. So the customer doesn't bring this out too often, but he does bring it to us yearly to get everything cleaned up, which this time included cleaning the engine bay out, shining up all the chrome in there, any chrome pieces on the car, shining the vinyl up and polishing it. So this thing's essentially ready for the road to come out of the garage from the winter time. And the customer takes really good care of this thing. It's pretty close to one of a kind. I've never seen anything like this. The yellow and black colors gives you a Bumblebee vibe for sure. And it sounds insane. If you've ever heard Pro Charge cars before, these things sound wicked. And then next to me here, this is really cool because I'm a huge Corvette fan myself. But this is a 2022 C8R, brand new, straight out of the showroom. The customer brought this in because he wanted to get it tinted, so he got 5% XR Plus the whole way around. I believe it's also getting a windshield visor as well in Dynaflex. And I believe he got a full front clip of PPF as well, which, like I said before, will include the hood, the front bumper, the mirrors, basically all the things where you see the most exposure to rock chips and potential damage. So this thing is sweet, really cool color combo. The wheels look amazing, the calipers look amazing. It's a beautiful machine and definitely one you want to take really good care of. So the customer's making the right call on this. All right, guys, and we're back, and currently we are inside a 2022 Lamborghini Huracan Evo, excuse me, not XO. This thing is freaking sweet. That's all I can say. I've never been in one like this, especially this new. So the customer who brought this in is the same one who brought the C8R. So he brought both cars in. This one actually he brought in to get tint stripped and get reapplied on there. So what we're putting on this is 5% XR Plus, as well as a Dynaflex windshield film. So I believe they already stripped the tint off. As you can see, the windows are pretty clear, so they haven't reapplied the tint yet. But I'm sure you guys have all seen a Lamborghini with tint on it, and they look freaking sick, with or without it. So this thing's going to be looking pretty nasty when it's finished. The interior on this thing is so cool. I can't get over how neat this is, just all the little buttons and how well everything's made. And it's really, really tight. I never realized how small these things are, but it's really, really cool. And it's even cooler when you hear it or see it driving down the road. So this will probably be done some point this week. I'm sure you'll see this again in one of our videos shortly. And I'm going to jump over to another cool car I'm really excited to tell you guys about in just a sec here. All right, guys, and we're back again. And this time I'm in a very different car, but it's also one that is really, really cool. And something that's really special about this is not only am I sitting in this right now, but it could be you in the very near future. We are actually raffling this car off currently. It's a 2022 SRT Challenger Hellcat wide body, so it has the big flares on the side. Beautiful car in a bright cherry red. We're going to be raffling on this off near the end of the month, and there's 3,333 tickets available. And they're going really, really quick, so I would absolutely suggest if you're interested in this, head to hellcatbash.org and get yourself a ticket soon. They're $60 a pop, and not only can you win this, but there's also a multitude of cash prizes you can get on top of that. And it supports the local Latrobe fireworks show here on the 4th of July. So it does something for the community. It could potentially land you in a really sweet car. This thing is super gnarly, and like I said, tickets for it are going super, super quick, and there's not that much time left. It's coming up at the end of the month on the 27th, I believe. So if you're interested in that, like I said, head over to hellcatbash.org and get your ticket and have a chance to win this really, really sweet car. Because otherwise, you know, this is one of those things you're going to see driving down the road pretty soon and be like, man, if I would have gotten to hellcatbash.org and got the ticket, it could have been me. So I definitely take that chance while you still have it. All right, guys, I think that about does it for what we have at Latrobe this week, which is obviously a lot of really cool stuff. And like I said, summer is almost here, so the cool cars are going to be rolling in full force very, very soon. So please be sure to check out the rest of our content soon. But I'm going to send this down to Patrick in Miami, and he's going to tell you about what's going on at Blackout down there.
What's going on, everybody? We are back again for the What's in the Shop Wednesday. It's another beautiful day here in Hollywood, Florida. It's 86 degrees and sunny here. You can't beat it. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on in this shop this week. All right, so outside here we have Josh's Porsche GT4. This got transported down here by RAR Transport, so huge shout out to them for getting this car down here. Josh's GT4 has a full XPEL 10 mil wrap over the entire car, as well as a XPEL Fusion Plus ceramic coating. I believe he has 5% window tint around, as well as DynoFlex on the windshield. So the entire car is protected and coated as well. Next to it, we also have his Dodge Charger Hellcat Red Eye wide body. This has the same exact protection: clear bra, paint protection film, window tint, ceramic coating, all the good stuff. Let's go ahead and go inside and see what we have going on in there. We have our new and improved Blackout Tinting Miami sign. The other one we had was fantastic, but this one's just a little bit bigger, and it is also metal, so we can't beat it. Here we have a Ford Mustang. This is a rental car. Also, another improvement, we have the Blackout Tinting Miami vinyl onto the front door, as well as our open sign. Let's go inside. Got Josh over there doing his usual business things.
We're talking to Latrobe.
Ooh, talking to Latrobe. Sounds like fun. We've got our little credit card processor thing up and running now, so it's a step in the right direction. Let's see what Felipe is working on back here. Felipe is finishing up a full wrap on a Lexus GX. This thing got a full XPEL paint protection film wrap. It got window tint the whole way around, as well as the windshield. As soon as it is getting put back together, it is going to get washed and final inspection. And then the entire vehicle is getting the XPEL Fusion Plus ceramic coating. All right, so that's all that we have going on here at the Blackout Tinting Miami location. Stay tuned for our What's in the Shop video next week and any of our future content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content.